Hi there. My name is Adam, and I make knives.
What kind of knives? Knives that look like this. And can do this. And this. This is the first knife I ever made, and I made it here in my parents' garage. Then I made a bunch here in this tiny shed, and then I made a bunch here in this basement. And today, I'm starting my move into this dedicated workshop in my hometown of Hamilton so I can start building them here. So the floor is roughly 14 by 24, which is about 10 times the floor space of where I'm coming from, and about almost twice the headroom. So I am more excited than a dad at Home Depot with a $500 gift card. So here's kind of what I have planned for the layout. I made this on SketchUp quickly, but seeing as I'm currently broke as fuck, and I don't want to get lost in the ADHD forest of design to the detriment of production, this will probably take me 2 or 3 months to get fully situated here. But there's lots of work to be done. Most of it's small jobs and tinkering before I can start doing any knife work here, like electrical and lighting. But that's mostly just boring stuff. The first order of fun stuff business as a stock removal knife maker is going to be my grinding setup, which is going to go in the back left corner, and I'm going to make a vestibule to kind of keep it all contained, to keep the rest of my stuff, and also hopefully my lungs, as clean as possible, with a separate improved dust collection system rather than just the shitty shop vac that I use currently. And the dust collection might be its own story. I spent a lot of time researching which one I'm going to put here. Maybe I'll just throw it in. It's pretty simple, same concept, just much bigger. So the framing has to go up. I've got to get 220 power run from the sub panel over to that corner to power both my grinder and the blower. And then I'm pretty much ready to start grinding here. But yeah, welcome to the new Divide Knives. And now I've got to get to work so I can afford the bloody thing. And we can't have Dad here without some dad jokes.
Where's Wally? There's your Wally.
There you got an exposed wall, very low ambience.
Yes.
Drone.
Some airflow.
Did I hit you again?
Every time. Alright, so let's get back to the old play.
So check this out. This is my new Sucky Sucky 3000. This is going to live between the bathroom and the grinding room, and I'm going to vent directly out from my funnel into this thing. So it's got a 1 horsepower blower and a 1 micron filter. I might upgrade this to 0.3 micron, which is HEPA rated, just for that finer dust. This is designed for woodworking, but it's great for me as a knife maker because it's got a metal canister and it's easily removable. So I'll be able to cycle this out pretty regularly to reduce the risk of having fires in here. This is the CraftX CX, I think 400 or 401 series. It's about 12 years old, but very lightly used. I didn't think this model had it, but it does. On the inside of the pleats of this filter is this handle with paddles that scrape the inside to release the dust down into the canister. So as you can see, it works quite well. Nice. Cut it on the top.
Let me go away. Yeah.
Way away.
Instant groove.
Perfect timing. For my grinder tabletop, I've got these two pieces of 5/8 MDF that are going to act as the structure that I'm going to top with this 3mm hardboard, which is way more durable. I'm also going to waterproof this, which is important with the amount of wet grinding that I do in that room. Plus, the offcut of the hardboard is going to be the topper for what will be the permanent center island workbench here in the middle of the shop in place of these temporary tables. It's really rugged, it's a clean look, the tables will match, and it'll be cheap and easy to replace if these ever get damaged. I like it. frame for the top of my island workbench is pretty much finished. Just have the last corner brace, the small 45 in this last corner. We ran out of wood, classic. I'm 30 inches wide and I didn't want to have to buy a whole new sheet of MDF to go on top of this. Check this out. This is the 6-inch offcut from my grinder table, so I can get two 12-inch pieces and put the cap on top. Perfect. I was thinking I was going to screw down the hardboard panel on top, but I really like the clean look. I might just glue it. I think a few dabs around the perimeter is going to keep it in place. This isn't really going to have a lot of shear force. Plus I'm going to have at least one bench vise bolted through. I don't think that's going anywhere. I guess worst case scenario is that it moves. Oh no. The electrical has been a challenge. I filmed 4 different introductions thinking that I had it down. But I'm getting some of the hardware set up for what I think is the correct way to do this. All of this is unnecessary. Shockingly, I didn't. After 2 days, lots of vulgar language, and multiple trips to Home Depot, it's now finished and ready to try to turn on. Fingers crossed. 30 amp 220 breaker with 10 gauge BX fed through the wall, into the junction box, down to 2 heavy duty switches, one powering the grinder and the other powering the dust collector. Also in this junction box is a 120 circuit powering the LED lights and one outlet in the grinding room, and that wire there will feed one small light for the bathroom. Let's see. The lights I know work. And this is live right now, so hopefully this will turn on that and this will turn on the blower. Oh, beautiful and oh, incredible. Oh. I'm tired. It's taken me about 3 weeks to get to this point in the shop, and I couldn't have done it without a lot of help from friends and family, so cheers to them for coming to help. Cheers to you guys for watching. I probably have another 2 or 3 months to get the shop exactly where I want it, but I'm ready to start working, and I'm really excited. Got the grinder set up on my new grinding table in my new grinding room with lights, and the power set up with my new dust collector. Just gotta feed this through the wall, that's pretty easy. Just gotta get the wires and the boxes closed and secured, and I'm ready to start some knife work. Hope you guys stick around, because I have some things to build.